Hello, everybody. We are here with water and sewer manager and weather enthusiast Eric Carty. Eric, how are you today?
I'm doing well, Tom. Thank you for having me as always.
Absolutely. We're going to talk some weather with you, but before we do that, how's everything going at the DPW? I'm sure you guys have been pretty busy with the summer road work that's going on.
Yeah, lots of projects going on around town. Of course, with the Main Street project, that keeps us very busy. Lots of markouts. The all-town construction of the new mobile station. We're actually going to be doing some work there tonight. They have to tie in the water main tonight, and because it's out into the road there, we're doing it off hours to avoid any traffic congestion. Some work going on South Street and just the usual building. It's been quite busy, and as we'll tie into with the weather there, our water supplies are holding okay right now, but with the lack of rain there, it's starting to drop. So we just want to remind everyone of our water use restrictions that we have in place and to please help follow those so that we can sustain the water supply for our everyday needs and for firefighting.
And could you briefly describe what the water restrictions are right now with the lack of rain we've been having?
Sure. So yeah, regardless of the weather, the state requires us as part of our Water Management Act withdraw water that we have a twice per week watering schedule in place, and that's every May 1st through September 30th. And that's state required, and that's regardless of the weather. So people, we have it by precinct. That's on our website. So Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays, there is no lawn watering at all. And then Tuesday through Friday, people just need to follow the schedule on the website by their voting precinct.
And we also posted all that information to our website as well, hcam.tv. All right, so we've been having some crazy weather lately. We had temperatures in the mid to high 90s last weekend, then it dropped back down to the 70s. It's been gorgeous this week, great weather. So tell us, what do you think is going to be happening in the near future? Are we going to get some of that summer weather moving in? Is it going to stay kind of similar to how it is now? How do you think everything's going to pan out in the next few weeks?
Yeah, and you mentioned crazy, and right before we hit the 90s, we were actually in the high of 50s the week before that. So it's just, it's always up and down. We go from one extreme to the other, it seems around here. We're definitely lacking in the rain department this year. We're right now, it's the 8th driest May ever recorded since they started taking measurements back in the 1800s. And the last time there was one that made it in the top 10 for a May was way back in the 90s. So this is definitely abnormal to have this May in the springtime be this dry. It does not bode well for us because we need the springtime use because generally it gets drier as the summer goes on, albeit last year was the exception when we broke records for all kinds of rain. But we really need that springtime recharge to help keep the aquifers up and to make it through the summer. The long range forecasts that I've seen so far this year are pretty much for above average temperatures, not a extreme precipitation events like last year, although they are forecasting more tropical storms. So depending on if any of those make it up here, we could, get another 3 to 5 inch rain event out of those, depending on where those track. But other than that, it's supposed to be warmer than normal and dry, a little bit drier than normal.
Yeah, so we're gonna have.
I also want to mention too that we are year to date since January, we're almost 4 full inches below normal for rainfall. So it is quite the extreme deficit. Well, I don't say extreme, but we're getting close to those extreme numbers here if we keep trending this way.
Well, I guess everybody's going to have to keep an eye on the water restrictions, especially if it stays as dry as it's been. So it's looking like this summer it's going to be a pretty hot one, maybe a good beach summer, but unfortunately, perhaps not such a good summer for the water supply.
Yeah, if the things keep trending this way, we have certain restrictions that kick in based on the Hopkinton Reservoir level, and that can take a real beating in this kind of weather, especially with evaporation and usage. Once that hits a benchmark number, then we lose the ability to use some of the wells that are at the Ashland plant that we purchase water from, and that will unfortunately cause full restrictions at that point. So hopefully we'll get some rain coming here. We got a little bit coming for the weekend. It doesn't look like anything substantial, but we'll just hopefully get into some type of normal pattern where we get get it during the week and then have the nice summer weekends to for everyone to enjoy, where last summer was kind of a washout.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully it won't be anything like last summer. I think it was pretty much after July 4th. It was just a total washout last summer.
Yeah, we had record rainfall for the 3-month summertime months.
Yeah, hopefully that will not be the case this year. I think we could use a nice beach weather type of summer. Well, Eric, thanks so much. It should be interesting to see what happens. It's New England. You just never know. But thanks so much for joining us.
All right. Thank you, Tom.